thought, all right, what am I going to do for the Bills and the Dolphins and these guys that's different than I did for other teams? So I looked at the Bills, and I thought, man, I love their draft. I love what they did. Shaq Lawson, then getting Reggie Ragland and Adolphus Washington. Yep. And I thought, you know, one of the stats that few people know right now is that the Seattle Seahawks have led the NFL in points allowed, an NFL record 4 years in a row. I think that's going to come to an end this year, and the Buffalo Bills are going to be the top defense in the National Football League.
That's pretty bold.
Based on the infusion of talent and what they want to do and how good they are at running the football, Chris, which always helps your defense.
Absolutely. It shortens the game, keeps them on the field, keeps them off the field less, you know what I'm saying? So definitely can see that happening, being one of the stingiest defenses in the National Football League.
All right, let's head to Miami. Let's talk Dolphins. Bold prediction for the Miami Dolphins.
All right, so Chris and I were talking about this in the commercial break. I think the Dolphins are going to lead the league in sacks with
that
50.
Is bold.
With 50.
Because they had 31 this past season.
I know. But Cameron Wake got hurt last year. That really hurt them. Sure. He's coming back. I know he's an older player now. He's coming back from an Achilles. But I've seen it happen before, as have you, Chris. Greg Ellis came back late in his career to have his best season ever off of an Achilles. And he missed the first month.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
I think Wake can do it. Okay, and then Ndamukong Suh, you know he's going to be motivated. And then Mario Williams, I think, is a better fit for the Dolphins than he was in Buffalo.
Yeah, I think last year was an aberration for Mario Williams in Buffalo under Rex's scheme. Rex likes that odd front. Mario's more of a 4-3 guy, so it's a little different. But 50 sacks is a ton of sacks. You're making an assumption that that defense is going to be playing with a lead, and the offense is going to have to be throwing the ball to catch up. I just don't see that happening in Adam Gase's first year in Miami.
Hey, it's a bold prediction.
Yeah. Adam Gase and Dolphins fans hope that Ndamukong Suh isn't spending too much time in his new restaurant, Sukasa, attending to the back kitchen there. So, bold prediction for the Patriots. What you got there?
Okay, so we know Tom Brady's out for 4 games. I still think that Martellus Bennett and Rob Gronkowski are going to combine for at least 20 touchdowns this year. 20! Now, Gronk, we know he's a machine, but Gronk only had 11 last year. That means you're still going to have to go a long way to get to 20. But I just think that these guys are going to be on the field so much because there's no reason to take them off. They're both good blockers.
Yeah,
so even if Bill Belichick wants to run the football and says, hey, guys, we need to run, you don't take the tight ends off the field. That's the whole key here. If they're just pass-catching tight ends, then they're on the field 50 to 60% of the plays. These guys are going to be on the field in the red zone as well, which is why I think they get 20 touchdowns.
Bold prediction for the Jets. They finally beat the Patriots and win the AFC East.
I thought about it. I did. I thought about it. I thought about Darrelle Revis for Defensive Player of the Year coming back after a down year. But this gave me an excuse to talk about a guy who I think has been so underrated, and that's Matt Forte. Matt Forte has been a machine since coming into the league since in 2008. The yards from scrimmage are what you have to look at with this guy, and that's why my bold prediction for the Jets, and specifically for Matt Forte, is 1,800 yards from scrimmage. I see him getting very close to that 1,000-yard mark, and I think he's going to catch enough passes to have 800 yards receiving, Chris.
Well, here's why I disagree with that. 1,800 yards from scrimmage. He's a running back, so the majority of his touches are going to come from running the football.
Okay.
And just with his skill set, I think Kyrie Robinson is more of a fit in terms of what they want to do, running in between the tackles with that big physical offensive line. I just don't see enough touches in him. There's so many guys, so many mouths to feed in that backfield.
He caught 100 balls a couple of years ago.
I understand that. I'm not saying he's not capable. I'm just saying I don't think he's going to get the opportunity.
And if Geno Smith's the quarterback, I see a lot of
check downs,
check down
offense.
Yes, Matt Forte can catch 90 balls. Why not?
I've got a bold prediction for the Jets. If they don't find a quarterback soon, they probably won't win a whole bunch of games in 2016. Elliot
There you go. I don't know if that's bold.
That was. How about that?
Nice.
Look at that. It's all stored up here.